I remember growing up, me and my old man, we had a really hard time. He had to work 3 jobs to keep us afloat. We almost lost the house a couple times. We had a really, really tough time. Obviously, I'm not a small guy. I played a lot of sports, so he was doing that. He had to pay for after school care and all that stuff. I don't know how we survived, but I remember so many times we were just in that funk, just in that situation. And now that I'm older, I look back at those times. I'm like, how did we get out of that? Like, how did we separate ourselves from that situation? And something that my dad did, now that again I'm older, I'm able to realize that was always really good at and still is that he separated certain areas of the house into spaces. So we left the dining room table for dinner and talking about day, laugh, jokes, fun. That's what the dining room table was, like the kitchen area. Obviously, living room, sports, right, stuff like that. But the kitchen table, he left for bills. That's where, like, anytime he sat on the couch and was looking at the kitchen table, I knew that it was bill time. That's where the funk was. That's where everything was at the table. But he was able to separate that. So whenever he stepped away from the table, he left all the crap, all the BS, all the financial struggles. He left it there. And so he created spaces throughout the house that were able to get us out of certain situations. But what separating these spaces did for him, I didn't really know at the time, but I've come to realize that I've done for myself too, is that it externalizes, right? It takes it out of here, it takes it out of the brain and then puts it into the physical. I'm sure you guys understand that, like, if you've got bills coming out, if you've got car problems, if you got stuff going on in a relationship, family, friends, right? You got this all going on up here. It almost makes like your head hurt. It almost feels cramped. And instead of like having it all up here, he just made it into space. He just used space in the home, outside of the home, in our vehicles, and he made space for these things. And so it would help my dad with the stress and help my dad with the anxiety of not being able to pay rent or paying the car or whatever it was. Created these spaces really helped free up his mind. Now that I'm starting to realize that I've done it in my own home, it's helped me not stress and overthink and get anxiety and just have everything so cramped in there. It's just now that I'm able to think, like I'm able to discern where I'm at and to just, and I don't know, it helps me a lot. And that's why we're talking about it today. If it helps, if it maybe you have questions, leave a comment. Like I said, I'd love to talk to you guys. But see you in the next one.